Hi, everybody. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick. VypeFortBend.com coverage of Travis against Clements. We've had a couple of technical problems. We got to step aside real quick so we can bring you the countdown to kickoff show. Sorry it didn't work out the usual way. We will be coming at you with interviews from Bobby Darnell of Clements and Trey Sissom of Travis on the countdown to kickoff show. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Countdown to Kickoff show. Clements and Travis in a game that's very important for both of them in District 26A. And Bobby Darnell joins us on the Countdown to Kickoff show. And I would just as soon not be asking you this, but your son Micah, because of his injury to his collarbone, won't be able to play for the remainder of the season. If you're willing to share just some of the things that maybe you said that I don't know if you were prepared to say at all as a coach or a father, but what did you say when he realized he wouldn't be able to continue?
We just hugged, gave him all my love and affection, told him I love him, so proud of him, and we're excited about what he's been able to do, what he's been able to accomplish in a season and a half of being a varsity player, and we just can't be more proud of him, and then we'll see what happens.
And I know you were talking about how much you are looking forward to all the lasts with Micah and Marcus in their senior year, and unfortunately they didn't get to play together until, except through week 7 or part of week 7. But now you have a situation where, first of all, Micah, I know, wants to be involved. So what kind of things does he plan on doing during the practices and games the rest of the way?
Nothing has changed as far as him being at practice, being a part of practice. He's just obviously not getting reps at quarterback, but he's working with our 2 remaining quarterbacks, and then of course our JV and freshman, and he's giving them advice and words of wisdom and encouragement, and just still being a part of the team like a team captain should.
And those 2 quarterbacks you mentioned are Gunnar Chenier and Michael Kazimervis, and both of them are very capable. What are some of the things that you can share that you've done to prepare both of them to be ready at any time?
I think we've done really the same things that we've been doing all year. Everybody gets reps because there was going to be a time like this. I don't control what happens in football, but the football gods, more than likely there's going to be an injury. So you got to give everybody reps. Now, did they get as many as a starter? Maybe not, but they've gotten reps. They've gotten game time. They've been in plays. All 3 of them have scored rushing touchdowns. So and passing touchdowns now that I think about it. So they're ready for this opportunity.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
We're the Travis Cheerleaders, and Clements picked the wrong time to challenge the Tigers. Coach Sissom is next on the Countdown to Kickoff show. Go Tigers! Let's go!
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff show. It's Travis against Clements, and Trey Sissom is here. And Coach, you may have some speeches that are ready for, those must-win games when you still have a few games after this one. And you're in that situation where you've got to really win every game to give yourself the best chance for playoffs. That hasn't happened too often. What did you say to your team in conversations this week?
Well, exactly what you just said there, Raj. We put the onus on the kids and let them know, what it's like in 26A. There are no easy weeks off. We didn't play well at all last week against Bush, and I give Bush a lot of credit. They really came out and were really physical and active and did a lot of things that that we didn't respond to very well. That this week it was about that. It was about coming out, being physical and really taking care of business, because we're in a must-win situation. I mean, obviously, if we could somehow win out, looking down the road to playing against Ridge Point and for the district title, they haven't lost a game and we have one loss. But that's we still got to go take care of business. Clements is about as well a coached team. Coach Darnell's group, they do a phenomenal job with the kids they have, and we're going to have to really play well tonight to have a chance to win.
I think about your seniors who were sophomores on varsity a couple of years ago, and they had a 10-0 regular season, an amazing accomplishment. And I guess it's just a little bit of a shock to their system, isn't it?
Well, yeah, some of these kids, it's almost the curse of success in a sense, because when you play with kids like we had a couple of years ago, and even really over the last few years that we've been at Travis, some of these young kids don't really understand what it takes to get to that point. They don't understand the hard work and the commitment and even the focus on game day. And that came back to bite us the other night against Bush. We didn't come out very focused. We weren't locked in, and we got to do a better job as a coaching staff of understanding that. But I think we've had a good week of practice. It's going to be a great night. It's phenomenal. We finally got some fall weather, so it's going to be kind of cool. We'll get to set some pads on some people. It ought to be hopefully a good game.
And looking at the big picture thing, I love what playing these interscholastic sports does to prepare kids for life, because what a euphoria you had in the game against George Ranch, and it was so dramatic right there at the end, and you get the pick at the end to seal it up, and then the next week it's just a real punch to the gut. Not that that's good, but it's a good lesson.
Yeah, I mean, what you just described is real life. I mean, it doesn't matter. I saw a quote today on the internet somewhere, it doesn't matter who you are or where you are, or who, even go back to if you're Alabama and you're the number 1 team in the nation, you're going to lose every once in a while. I mean, and if you play competitive athletics, you're going to lose. And sometimes it's of your own fault. Sometimes you're just playing people that are better than you. But, that's kind of the lesson that we learned with our kids. We had a great game against George Ranch and played really well, and then come in against Bush, who's a big rival. And like I say, our kids did play well, but we have to rebound from it. Our kids got to play well tonight and understand the importance of what we have to do. And it's not any different than any other time in their life once they leave Travis and going to be husbands and fathers and leading examples in the community. There's going to be good days and bad days, and sometimes you're gonna get up on the wrong side of the bed. Some days it's not going to work for you, but you still got to get up and you got to keep trying.
And you, as well as anyone else, know how to keep everything in perspective, and I'm thankful for so many things in this life, and one is that you're standing in front of me about to coach another football game, because it was pretty dicey a few years ago.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's always, like I say, it's always a great day to get up in the morning, because no matter how bad you're having it, like I say, at least you can get up, and like I say, coming to coach football and with our kids and having a chance to go against Coach Garnell's kids, it doesn't get any better than this. There's a lot of things you can do in life for jobs and those kind of things. This is fun. It's kind of, I laugh at times because I can't believe they actually pay me to play a sport and get to do this and have fun like I do. But definitely a blessing, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, so thanks be to God yesterday, today, and for all the good things that are going to come our way.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks a lot, Tracy, and good luck tonight. And we'll be back with the opening kickoff, Travis and Clements, on VypeFortBend.com.
and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Okay, welcome in. Sorry, folks, that we got a little bit of a late start, and we were not able to bring you every single memorable quote from Coach Bobby Darnell. We kind of had to cut off his interview very quickly, but Patrick Kinnick and I are pulling things together, and we're going to bring you a great broadcast. And the Travis Tigers, Patrick, they really need a great game. It seems crazy to say that they're desperate because they only have one loss on their district record. However, they know they play Ridge Point at the end of the season. Clements has only the one loss, and they've already played Ridge Point because that's the team that beat them. And, well, Travis just really needs to win, and they are kicking off from the north end of Hall Stadium to start this game. And now I'm going to give you a chance to say something.
That is correct. They need Travis coming off last week's game, need the win. Like you said, they play Ridge Point later. Be a very tough game to win. They really need this game. And here comes the opening kick.
Antonio Rubio kicks it all the way into the end zone. And the Clements kickoff return specialists just look at it as it goes through the back of the end zone. So that means that they'll start at the 25-yard line. Demas Kasuma was back to return a kick for Clements. He's the one that was closest to the football. You also have Patrick Smith. Those are two of their main weapons. And Demas Kasuma had sat out nearly all of the first half of the season, and he got on the field last week. So Clements feels like they have everybody that they counted upon, except, of course, Micah Darnell, their starting quarterback, who has had a broken collarbone, and he is watching from the sidelines. So it is Gunnar Chenier who starts this game, and there is the handoff going over the left side, and that's Kasuma, and he only gets 1 yard. Correction, it's J.R. Mireles. And I apologize for when Patrick or I, either one, look at someone from Clements and we're not sure of the number because it's a very light blue numeral on a white jersey with a little bit of navy border. So it's not real easy to see. 2nd down and 9, and they run out of the pistol formation with two receivers to either side. Clements in the white uniforms and the blue helmets, and Travis in the all red. There goes J.R. Mireles trying the middle. And there are a lot of Travis Tigers waiting there and not much room. He only picks up 1 more yard. And guess what, Patrick? Number 29 for the for the Travis Tigers, I believe, could be Tristan Mason, but I'm not sure. But there's no 29 on my roster, and I don't see one on yours either.
Same with me, no 29, and we apologize for that.
Yeah, we need to get with Coach Sissom during the week, but when do we have time? Reverse to Patrick Smith on 3rd and 8. Cuts up inside the pursuit, and Travis played that so beautifully. Well, they just did not let him get to the edge, basically.
They went for the reverse on the 3rd play of the game, and he had no gain. You cannot defend a reverse better than that because usually it's a surprise play and you get thrown off balance a little bit, but Travis stayed home and they ganged up on him, and 3 plays, no yards for Clements here.
So on comes Lyle Link to punt it away, and back for Travis. Who do you think they're going to have back there?
Oh, boy.
Low snap. Oh, it's blocked. It's smothered, and it's loose on the field, and Clements recovers it. Matt McGinnis comes up with it, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be Travis football at the 19-yard line. No really fault to Lyle Link.
No, the ball was it came in kind of on a hop.
It hopped up to him, and
Dominic Njoku
was
in there, and he made contact with him while he contacted the ball. I mean, it was a pretty easy block. The only bright spot for Clemens is they didn't score on the play.
It was a blocked punt with one little thump because it didn't even come off of his foot, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And now it is Anthony Njoku throwing over the middle to Drew Sissom, and it's a dual possession. How are they going to rule on this?
Well,
and the official is signaling timeout. Well, and hold on, I don't see a touchdown signal. Do you?
Yeah.
Yes, there is a touchdown signal. It is a touchdown to Drew Sissom, and the Tigers get on the board. And that Archer Volkswagen scoring drive covered 19 yards. It took 1 play, and it took 5 seconds, and it was capped off by the 19-yard pass from Anthony Njoku to Drew Sissom. So, well, Clements has got a get ready and respond here.
Yeah, that was a great play, and I think Sism had that ball pretty solid in there.
And I think if it's 50-50, it goes to the offensive person, right?
The defender just kind of came in there at the end to try to scoop it in there. But that's an early points for Travis.
7-0 as Rubio adds the extra point, and we'll continue on VypeFortBend.com right after this.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
All right, Antonio Rubio ready to kick it off for Travis. As we said before, the all-red uniforms, jerseys and pants, and the silver helmets. And Rubio this time is going to kick it all the way to the end zone, and Clements is not going to bring it out.
Wow.
You know, Patrick Smith told Demas Kasuma, hold it there, big fella, because he looked like he wanted to bring it out. He had kind of hesitated. He ran laterally. He's like, just stay right there.
Yeah, he was 5 yards deep, and the last time they just let it bounce over his head, and this time he fielded it. He ran a few steps as if he was going to try to run it out, but I think smartly his teammate guided him to down that ball and take it at the 25.
Maybe he was just kidding. Yeah. Maybe he didn't really intend to bring it out. He was just trying to make Patrick Smith panic. All right, here we go on the first play. Travis is all over it yet again. The running play to the left. This time it's in the arms of their power back, Avery Clark. But he is completely buried in the backfield. And was it Parker Reed?
Well,
I know I have the wrong person.
It's number 32.
32,
number
I believe
32.
That is Praise Dasaulu. He is 96 on the program.
I think you're right.
But he's switched to 32.
I've heard he's had a couple different numbers this year.
That was a 5-yard loss.
Great play.
Second down and 15. Gunnar Chenier hands it off, and there goes Clark. Starts left, heads to the right, only gets a yard. And so it'll be third down and 14. And on that play, I know I have it right, Parker Reed, the senior linebacker, squashed that play for Travis.
I think Lake Washington was in there too, helping out. Good defense so far from Travis. Clements has tried to run the ball each time. I think this is going to be their 6th play, and they have not had a whole lot of luck running the ball yet.
So Lake Washington was in on that tackle. Let me know if you can think of an athlete, first name Lake. Think about it.
Boy, oh boy.
Here we go. Third down, and let's call it 13. And Chenier, clapping his hands together, the sophomore quarterback drops back, sets up a screen, and he gets it to Patrick Smith, and there he goes. It's a good gain. But still, I'm sorry, J.R. Morellis. It's J.R. Morellis, and he is 4 yards shy of the first down. He took it to the 31, and that was a gain of 9, but it looks like there's going to be a punting situation. Surely Clements wouldn't go for it,
well,
but they're lining up like they want to go for it.
Might be trying to draw him off here.
2 receivers on either side, 3-man front for Travis, and they look like they're ready to crash the pocket. And they do snap it, and Chenier punts it away. It's what you call a quick kick, and it bounces off of Mongonia, who went down there to cover it. It kind of bounced back toward him. He didn't really want to touch it. The ball came looking for him.
Yeah, the ball found him. He didn't find the ball, and that's not a bad little play. You look like you're going to go for it. Quarterback is in a shotgun situation, and he just kind of quick kicks it out of there.
But
no
it's
return. But it's not long, not much of a kick.
Yeah,
though,
24-yard punt with no return, and now here is Travis, already leading 7-0 with 7:54 to go in the first quarter on a Saturday night ball game that they have to win, really. And here we go with Njoku. He drops the snap, and he's hit immediately and dropped. So that'll be a loss of 7 yards. Crashing in, Weza Pereira, the outside linebacker. He saw it all the way, and he was unblocked.
He really had his eyes open that time looking for a big play, and he got the sack. Like you said, Roger, I don't think the snap was all that bad. He just kind of dropped it. Perhaps lost his concentration just momentarily there.
Jamison Singletary is the feature back, but on 2nd and 17, they probably won't be running it. Ferris Rafai looking to blitz, and they do run it. There goes Singletary, pops through. He got through the wave of the first blitz, and he takes it into Clements territory, and it's at the 46-yard line. He's 1 yard short of the first down, so a good gain. After losing 7, they are now within 1 of the first down.
They crossed them up that time with the run play, and like you said, they're 3rd and 1 now in a position they could possibly get a first down. Patrick Smith was in on that tackle along with Chanelak?
Yeah, Titan Chanelak. It's easier to say than it looks like.
That's right.
3 receivers on the left, and I think that was supposed to be a handoff, and Njoku keeps it, and he's going down the sideline. It's a busted play. He takes out 2 Clements tacklers. One of them is really hurt. That is Andrew Bohovich, and Njoku put a shoulder into him. That's more than they needed for the first down. It's all the way to the 28. They move the sticks, and Travis is ready to snap it again.
That was a good run by Njoku. He really made a nice little spin move to allow him to get some extra yardage.
Same formation as the previous play. Now Njoku wants to pass on 1st and 10, climbs up in the pocket, now flush to the left, heading for the sideline. There's pursuit there, and he runs out of bounds after he picked up only 1 yard. And I think that was Xander Salazar who ran him out of bounds.
Pretty good coverage downfield. He had nowhere to go. He got flushed out of the pocket, looked downfield, and the receivers looked pretty well covered. Good job by the Ranger defense on that play.
They say that he didn't actually gain a yard. It was no gain. And so Njoku is in the spread formation with Singletary next to him, and now the 3 receivers are on the right side, which makes more sense when you have a right-handed quarterback. That's usually the direction you throw. Fakes the handoff, runs it straight up the middle, and only 1 yard. That's all he's going to find. Good move, as Fannin Cross was not fooled one bit as Njoku dropped back. In fact, I've given Njoku credit for a yard on the last 2 plays, and he hasn't gained a yard on either one of them.
Yeah, it looks like the marker is right at the stick. You know, the yard marker, the play marker is sitting right there. So 2 plays, no gain. They try to do the little quarterback draw. Good job by the Clemens defense.
So 3rd down and 10. I'll bet Njoku is going to throw the football here. Shade covering the field. He drops back. The pocket is clean.
Oh, boy.
And it's down the right hash mark, and it's in stride. Caught. Touchdown, Robert Sims. It comes from 28 yards away. And all of a sudden, Clements is looking like they're going to have to make a big comeback on the first night that they don't have Micah Darnell, who started all the other games for them at quarterback.
It's sometimes hard to get in stride when you lose that starter, and right now they're kind of in some trouble. Nice pass down there to Sims.
Perfectly thrown. Just enough air under it. He didn't have to speed up or slow down. And there is the kick, up and good by Rubio. We have a new score. It is 14-0, Travis over Clements.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
So it's been an up and down season for Travis, and you know that as well as anyone because you're a Travis dad. So they won that game 2 weeks ago over George Ranch with the dramatic interception to seal the victory. Then they lose to Bush last week on a Saturday night. And here they are with a 2-touchdown lead on the once beaten Clements Rangers.
Yeah, that was, well, get this kickoff here, Roger.
Well, I'll bet it's going to go into the end zone, and sure enough it does.
And
You were saying.
Almost out of the end zone there. That was. I was trying to say that last week was really a disappointing loss for Travis. Big win for Bush, and Bush played hard and really did a great job, especially on defense. So it was a tough loss for Travis, and there I kind of sensed they were going to be raring to go here. And as you had mentioned a couple times, Clements is without their starting quarterback, and it's kind of hard to gauge how that's going to affect a team, because not only is Darnell a good quarterback, but he's a strong leader on the team, So here they are, 25-yard line, third possession.
Well, at least this is a Saturday night game, so they had an extra day or two to prepare, and on the first play of this possession, they get a 7-yard completion in the right flat to Patrick Smith, who never actually goes down. He was wrestled back by Davis Ochoa, the junior linebacker for the Tigers, and they give him progress to the 33-yard line, so it's a pickup of 8, second down and 2, and that's a good down and distance situation for the Rangers to be in. They haven't had a productive play like that on first down yet.
That's exactly right.
Gunnar Chenier. There's a little movement. No flag, I don't think, down the far sideline intended for Patrick Smith, and it falls incomplete. Great defense. Dominic Njoku was right there, and the Njoku brothers are our Nick's Italian Restaurant family connection tonight. Remember, at Nick's Italian Restaurant on FM 1464 in Sugar Land, just a few hundred feet north of Austin High School, their family gets bigger every time you stop by. So our family connection, Dominic and Anthony Njoku.
Well, Gunnar Chenier knew he had a free play that time, so he just thought he'd throw it downfield. Smith was covered pretty well, but he got the first down on that offside.
There is a handoff. J.R. Morellis trying the middle, and there's just nothing there. And we've got to number 32. We know right now that is Praise Dasaulu, and he makes the stop for a loss of 1. And how about that? Clements is known for its intelligence, its great academic reputation. And so the sophomore quarterback was able to make a senior lineman jump to earn the first down. But right now he's facing a 2nd and 11. Fake short, now goes deep down the right sideline, looking for Smith, and it's incomplete just off his hands. And on that play, Dominic Njoku slowed him up just enough that he couldn't catch up to the football.
It was a good move by Smith. It was a fake, sort of down and out type play, pump fake and go, and Smith was actually open by about a step or two, and the ball was, I thought, pretty well thrown.
It really was.
Sophomore.
And Chenier, if you think he's a sophomore, his arm is only going to get stronger. They may have their quarterbacking needs taken care of for the next 2 seasons.
How big is he? He looks like
He's tall. He's a good
big guy.
6'4".
For a sophomore, he's solid.
And I'm estimating 6'4". They don't put heights on the roster. He has a clean pocket, throws late over the middle, high, incomplete, intended for Marcus Darnell, and a late flag comes in. I think they're going to get Aaron Mendiola for an unnecessary hit on a defenseless receiver. We never heard defenseless in football until the 21st century.
Right.
But I think it's going to be a personal foul.
Let's find out what they call it.
And it'll bail out the Rangers again.
Number 31 for the defense. Automatic first.
Well, I shouldn't have spoken like I knew what I was talking about. Thomason Olorunfemi is called for defensive holding. It was not a personal foul. Nevertheless, for the second time this possession, it's a first down by penalty.
It's hard to see what's going on down there with the whole. It all looked pretty good, but down there you might have had some jersey or something there to slow up the receiver.
So the 10-yard penalty makes it 1st and 10 for the Rangers at the 47-yard line. 12 seconds on the play clock. Chenier may be changing the play. Calls for the snap, drops back, throws to the left. Patrick Smith trying to get a block, does, and gets nothing.
Patrick Smith.
The block got him out of the backfield, but that's as far as he went.
Yeah, the red Travis Tigers have been all over it on most plays out here tonight, and that play looked like it was going to start off pretty well. Good block, like you said, and you got the ball to Patrick Smith, who's a guy you want to have the ball, and all of a sudden the swarm of Tigers got him, and like you said, no gain on that play.
Aaron Mendiola, credit him with the tackle. 2nd down and 10. Chenier rolling to the right, throwing to the sideline. Got a catch. That's Marcus Darnell. Got a pickup of 9. In fact, it kind of depends on where they spot it. They might give him credit for getting to the stick and getting a first down, but actually he's going to be less than a foot short.
Yeah, just right at the marker, just a tad short. Now that play looked like it was run very well. Marcus Darnell, a little out pass, and Chenier laid it right in the hands on a nice play. And like you said, they moved that stick back just a little bit, but there's 3rd and short.
They don't have Avery Clark, their power back in. They give it to Demas Kasuma. He runs wide and gets dropped in the backfield for a loss of 3.
Boy, you just wonder sometimes because you need a half, a yard, or even less, and they pitched it. He's in the backfield by 5 yards when he gets the ball, and then the pursuit just overwhelms him, and it just kind of makes you wonder sometimes whatever happened to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak, or just to plow it up the middle for a half a yard.
And it was a loss of 4. So 4th and 4, and the Rangers are going to go for it from the Travis 47. Josh Shimon made that last tackle. Flag early, and a throw, a deep ball down the far sideline. It's incomplete, intended for Patrick Smith, but we'll check the
They're
flag.
They're going to get another first down off of a Travis penalty. The looked like the nose tackle nudged a little bit. He did move. It's interesting that you wonder how much he moved, because just because you move doesn't mean you're offside. He did flinch, and the marker came down. Evidently, he got into that neutral zone, and the Travis coaches they got their arms extended, or they did, and questioning that call. But he did flinch. It's just a matter of how much in the neutral zone he was, and according to the linesman, he was in the neutral zone.
Yeah,
so,
and you're right. It's just because you move doesn't necessarily mean it warrants a flag.
But they thought that it should, so they got another first down for Clements.
1st and 10 at the 42. J.R. Morellis starts right, moves left, and gets a gain of 4, maybe 5 yards, and burrowing underneath him, Lake Washington.
And I have not figured out the answer to your question, Roger. I'll be interested to know
In the early 80s, there was a tall, angular receiver for Notre Dame named Lake Dawson.
That's right. Now, when you said Notre Dame, it kind of started to come back to me. Did he play a little professional ball too?
I think he did play some professional ball.
Lake Dawson.
2nd down and 6 to go. Up the middle, Morellis breaks through, 30, 25, and wrestled down inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. That was truly a touchdown-saving tackle by Aaron Mendiola, who's been making lots of stops, doing a great job on defense. But, of course, what the Travis coaching staff wants is to make that tackle before they get into the red zone.
They had a man in motion coming across to the right side as if it was going to be one of those jet sweeps to the right. And that fake might have held a few of those defenders at bay. And they came back with the running back, Morellis, for a great gain.
Kasuma next to Chenier, and it's the give to Kasuma straight up the middle, and he just finds nothing but red jerseys. It kind of looks like a bunch of human ketchup bottles surrounding him. I remember the first time that the Texans wore battle red on a night game. They said they looked like ketchup bottles. But that was a great tackle there by number 40, Davis Ochoa, and it's 2nd and 10. Very comfortable night here at Hall Stadium. Chenier throws for Patrick Smith. It's tipped, and it's intercepted.
Boy, that was
Dominic Njoku catches the carom at the 8-yard line, and Travis gets the football back. So Clements does a great job of drawing Travis offsides 3 times on a drive where they kept it for quite a while. We're down to 1:40 left in the first quarter, but now it's Tiger football.
Yeah, the pass was off the fingertip of the receiver. It didn't look like a horrible pass, but it did get off the fingertips of the receiver, and then Njoku dove and made a nice interception there.
Got to be careful here. Take good care of the football. Njoku drops back into his end zone, steps up and throws a deep ball far sideline beyond the reach of his intended receiver, Gabriel Van Wyck. He was taking the expressway down the sideline.
Yes, he was. That was open. He just overthrew him by about 2 yards. And he just couldn't quite catch up to it, Van Wyck. Did his best, but just couldn't quite get to it. Trying to go big on that first play at their own 9-yard line, or 8-yard line.
Second down and 10. And now they have two backs in the backfield. Singletary is one. I'm not sure who the other one is. Actually, I know who it is. It's Ratliff. He's got the ball. He's the freshman, and he gets 2 yards, and a flag comes in. And you think it's going to be holding?
Well, it's in that area of it could be holding on the Travis Tigers, which they can't afford way down there in their own end here. That's the freshman, like you said, Ratliff. It's amazing that these ball players are playing at that young age. Because I was thinking when I'm a freshman, I don't know if I could have been able to play at the varsity level. So
I know I wasn't ready, but at the school that I went to, we didn't have a varsity yet.
Oh boy!
So we waited until my junior year.
So it was impossible for you then to play
It was
as a
impossible,
freshman.
but I wouldn't have been any good on the varsity level as a freshman. And you know what? Xfinity is the future of awesome, and we know that Carmelo Ratliff, as a freshman at Travis, has an awesome future.
They took the penalty, the hold, and they put him back to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it was half the distance to the goal, I guess, or close to it. So second down, I'm going to call it 13 and running to the right. It is Njoku who just gets what he can, dives ahead to the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a nice play in that it's very safe. They just basically went student body right. Clemens did a good job of not allowing it to be a huge play. 5-yard pickup, but a little more manageable now for Travis here, 3rd and 8.
Tosan Okopi of Clements with that last tackle. And yes, 3rd and 8. And they have 4 receivers in the pattern, Singletary in the backfield, and they might split him out right before they snap the football. Njoku standing at his 5-yard line, takes the snap. Here comes the blitz, and they get him at the 5-yard line. Clements comes through with the well-timed sack blitz. I guess that's kind of redundant, you know. If a blitz works, I guess it's for a sack. And the tackle is made by Zachary Mandeville, I think. I could be wrong.
Now the question is, will they kick it before the end of the quarter here? I don't know if the wind, if it's going to make a difference or not, but they're lined up here with 7 seconds to play in the quarter.
And Rubio does take the snap, and he gets it up in the air. It's a pretty good punt. It's going to land in front of Patrick Smith, takes 2 hops, and it's going to roll dead at the 45-yard line of Travis.
The best part of that punt is he didn't let Patrick Smith get his hands on it, from the Travis perspective, that is. So that's the end of the quarter.
Yeah, that's that. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, our timing is a little off. Okay, we'll be back. Dang it. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows, free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Okay, everybody, we're back. You missed a couple of plays. I'll explain why in a moment. Chenier on 3rd down and 5, running to his left and sacked. He could not find anyone open downfield. He ran to his left, and he was brought down by Israel Akinlabi. So it's going to be 4th and 10, and I don't think I want to presume that Clements is going to punt the ball away. They are at the Travis 46-yard line. And while they decide, I'll just tell you that we had a slight technical problem. Patrick and I couldn't hear each other, and we knew if we couldn't hear each other that you couldn't hear us. So we ran one extra commercial while we jiggled a couple of wires. And here we go now. It is now 4th and 10 for the Rangers, trailing 14-0. Chenier on 4th and 10, pumps short, now throws deep, looking for Patrick Smith, and it's a pass incomplete, beyond his reach. Again, fantastic coverage. Dominic Njoku has been asked several different times to cover Patrick Smith on a deep route, and he's been right there with him each time.
First down, Tigers. The 46-yard line.
And refreshingly, Patrick Smith didn't beg for an interference call. That's kind of nice when you just see guys say, all right, well, I tried to get open, tried to catch the ball, and the other guy made sure I couldn't, so he doesn't complain. Now with the ball at the 46-yard line, Travis has it up by 14. Njoku with a little quarterback draw, running to the far sideline, angling there, and he picks up 4 before he's wrestled out of bounds.
Quarterback keep by number 2, Njoku. Chase out of bounds by number 22, Delaney. 2nd down.
All right, I'm going to take the word of the public address announcer, my good friend Todd Harris. Dominic Golemi on that last tackle. Give Njoku a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7. Travis was trying to make Clements jump. They didn't. Draw play. Singletary gets 3 or 4 yards, and he is driven back hard, and it is Matt McGinnis. McGinnis has made many a tough, brutal tackle during his career. He's a fine senior. He and Ferris Rafai are a match set of experienced, smart, hard-hitting linebackers, and he limits Travis to a gain of 2. 3rd down and 5 yards to go. Clements showing blitz. Njoku looking at it, trying to draw them off, but Clements, the Rangers, hold their water, so to speak. That's the expression you always hear the coaches use. Now play clock at 7. Njoku drops back, quarterback draw, and he cannot escape the Clements defense. He only gains 1 yard going right up the middle. He was in the arms of Alex Aguirre Acosta, and that sounds kind of romantic, but it wasn't in any way. And it's going to be a punt situation for Travis, unless, of course, they go for it as Clements did. And Patrick went upstairs. Where's yours? No, that's yours. He brought me a box of food. I think we should split it. We're good friends. We can't have one guy eat and another guy go hungry. Here we go, 4th and 5. Travis has it. Screen pass set up, and it's not going to be a first down. He did get it to Robert Sims, but he was corralled, and it was Matt McGinnis again. What a fine linebacker he is. I guess he took just the perfect angle because, truth be told, there's no way that he is as fast as Sims is, but he took the right angle.
Well, there's no way that he wouldn't have gotten the first down had he not made the play. And you're right, he had the proper angle. Travis had a couple of good blockers out in front, but they looked like they forgot to block the right man there because he made the nice play for Clements.
And everything comes out even because Clements is close to where they were, about 5 yards farther back than where they were when they gave up the football after throwing incomplete on 4th and 10. And now they're committed to the running game, and they run it straight up the middle with J.R. Morellis, and he did get 3 yards there. It's 2nd down and 7.
Yeah,
but Travis has plugged up most of the holes.
Yeah, they're not giving up on the run. I think that's a pretty good idea to keep after it because they're going to need some balance here.
Yeah, I don't see panic in the Rangers right now.
No, that's for sure.
They're down 14-0, 7:48 to go in the half. Chenier throws to the near side. Marcus Darnell trying to get away from his defender. He got a gain that will give him a first down, but he is driven back, and that is Matt Bennett. Matt Bennett looks like, sometimes you have that teen angst. He looked a little bit angry as he drove Marcus back.
Yeah, because it looked like Darnell was going to make a nice move and get past him. He broke down like they teach you, and then he had his sights on his belly and wrapped up and put him to the ground. And Roger, I guess he's just a little short of that first down, according to the mark here.
I thought he had the first down, but he is less than a foot short.
Sure looked like he had
third and short, and they've got Avery Clark, the big power back, in there, and 2 other running backs alongside Chenier, and they give it to Clark, and he doesn't really run hard straight ahead. He makes a move to his right, but he does get the first down. He picks up 2 to the 40, and that moves the sticks. It's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com.
That's all he needed was the yard and a half or so. He kind of got plugged up on the inside, and he bellied out to the right a little bit, stumbled his way to the first down, and they'll take it any way they can get it.
That reminded me of something I heard a coach say at Booker T. Washington Junior High in Conroe when I was playing in 7th grade. Chenier on first down, throws, got Marcus Darnell. Again, he is dropped immediately, but that's going to be a pickup of 7 yards.
Yeah,
again, he is dropped by the same guy, Matt Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett did another nice job. I tell you what, he's not going to want that to happen too many more times, because one of these times Darnell is going to make the move and get past him. But so far, Bennett doing a nice job of limiting the play. And on the other hand, good job by Chenier getting the ball off quickly, and Clements has had some positive plays here in the last quarter or so.
They might also be setting up Bennett to try to run that out and go.
Exactly.
Down and out, pump short, throw deep. There goes Jay Armour. No, it's Kasuma getting the carry up the middle, and he picks up 11 yards and a first down. It moves the sticks. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com.
It's the second time that play's worked where they had a man in motion. This time it was Patrick Smith, and of course Travis has got to really respect him when he comes around there. They faked that jet sweep, ran up the middle. Another nice play of about 8 to 10 yards.
Travis seems to dedicate their linebackers to pass coverage more than the run. So if Clements does get past the front 3, sometimes they can have a productive play. But they don't get past the front 3 on that particular play. Davis Ochoa ran down Kasuma, and it's going to be a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 for Clements from the Travis 25.
That time Travis was ready for that jet sweep fake. Up the middle they went again, and no gain. I guess it was a yard loss. But one of these times they're going to hand it off to that jet sweep, and Travis is going to have to be able to maintain the edge on that if they do.
Pistol formation, Kasuma behind Chenier. Clements trailing 14-0 with 4:43 to go in the half. But they are at the Travis 25 with a 2nd and 11. Kasuma now moves to the left of Chenier, takes the snap, looks to the left, throws the slant, and it's incomplete, intended for the tall receiver Joey Mongonia. Like I said, the Clements roster doesn't have heights on it. I think Joey Mongonia is at least 6'5".
Well, he's a tall receiver as well. That ball was in his mitts. I don't know if one of the Travis players was able to knock it out of there. They were on him quickly after he tried to receive it. I think he might have wished he had that one back. It's a good pass by Chenier.
Night is falling here at Hall Stadium on 3rd and 11. Travis bluffing a blitz, or do they really mean it? And Chenier steps up, might be changing the play. Play clock is at 5. Now he claps his hands together, drops back, climbs the pocket, throws near the sideline, and it's a catch by Mongonia, or now it's ruled incomplete. It looked like maybe he had it, and the ball was dislodged.
And who was that who dislodged that?
Guess who? It is Aaron Mendiola. He looks upset about something. I think he's had a bad day.
Yeah.
He's just looking to hit people.
Maybe he watched the game earlier and was upset by a loss or something. But
maybe he was told the Astros were way behind in game 2.
Well, that ball, again, was right there by Chenier. It looked like it should have been caught, but the hit did jolt it out of there. Give credit to the defender there. And it's 4th and 11 now for the Rangers.
Now, in Lyle Link, Clements has a kicker who's capable of making a 42-yarder. And now there's a timeout taken by Travis, but If Clements does what they look like they intend to do, they're going to go for it on 4th and 11. We'll come right back on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
Okay, we're back. Travis took the timeout. They still have 2 remaining in this first half. They lead Clements 14-0 with 4:24 to go. And the Rangers trying to convert a 4th and 11 at the Travis 25-yard line. Chenier might be trying to draw him off sides. Now he drops back, clean pocket, looking over the middle. Now he's flushed to the right, looking down the field, trying to escape. Throwing in desperation, throws it out of bounds. And the Travis defense has taken care of business. You know, the Office Depot on Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace, they take care of business every day so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week.
That was Kendrick Taylor, the guy chasing down Chenier on that last play and forced him to throw that ball basically out of bounds. Good pressure by the Travis defense on that last play.
So the Clements offense has kept the ball on 2 pretty long possessions but come away with no points.
And that's pretty tough to take if you're the Rangers.
From the 25, it's a draw play. Singletary bouncing to the outside, moving to his left, and the Rangers couldn't play it much better, although they did miss a couple of tackles, and it's going to be a gain of 2 yards for Singletary. And Salazar in on the tackle, also had some help from Tosan Okopi.
That was a good job by Singletary to get 2. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage. He's able to plow his way for at least 2 to make it at least a somewhat of a positive play for the Tigers.
2 receivers on either side of the formation. Njoku looking at the defense. Takes the snap on 2nd and 8. Fakes to Singletary, runs it himself, going right. And he's hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. Xander Salazar was all over him. Yeah. And also that Avery Clark, who doubles as the big, heavy running back when they need short yardage.
That play looked like it had something going, and all of a sudden at the 28-yard line, he hit a brick wall. And you mentioned what that brick wall was. The 2 defenders for the Clements Rangers.
Just a couple of bricks in the wall.
Bring it on.
Actually, I was never a big Pink Floyd fan.
Never was really much either. Can't argue with their success, though.
Yeah, you can, for sure. 3rd down and 7. Will they blitz from the outside? Njoku drops back, throws near sideline, up in the air. Singletary, a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch near the 45 and ahead to the 48-yard line. And the Tigers convert that 3rd and 7. And it might have been a touchdown-saving tackle by Dominic Golemi. And now they play fast. They've got it at their 49, and there's movement on the left side of the line. And you know the left tackle for Travis is pointing at his quarterback as if to say it's his fault.
Yeah, it's your fault, man.
That's kind of what it looks like.
What are you doing?
That's my buddy, Dylan Kinney.
They had a couple of receivers over to the left that kind of jumped early, too. They kind of deked their own teammates on that one, and 1st and 15 now for the Tigers.
You know, Dylan is the closer for the Travis baseball team. He throws hard. 1st down and 15. Singletary up the middle, pops through, breaks a tackle, 45-40. Here come the Rangers in pursuit, and they do run him down inside the 30. But that's a big 1st down, a big gainer. Singletary and the Tigers now rushing to get back in formation. And the Clements Rangers rushing to get their defense aligned. Njoku running to the right, stiff arms a man, hit by McGinnis. And they kind of come to a stalemate after a pickup of 3 yards, 2nd and 7. The clock is now at 1:50 and ticking down.
The Clements Rangers have done a pretty good job of containing Njoku, who's had some big runs this year, and so far tonight he's been pretty bottled up. But they are threatening here at the 26-yard line.
This is a crucial possession for the Rangers defense. They really need to keep Travis out of the end zone. 2nd down and 7. Njoku, quarterback draw right up the middle, running room, gets inside the 15, still going, stumbling, and all the way to the 10.
Well, I think I spoke too soon. That was the big play that he's been having this year. That time it was a quarterback draw, lead blocker on through, and it looks like it's first goal right at the 10-yard line for the Tigers.
I'm thinking maybe Clements needs to call a timeout on defense.
Yeah, they're reeling right now.
The clock is at 1:10 to go in the half, and Travis ready to run a play on 1st and goal right at the 10-yard line. Singletary up the middle, and he has running room to the 2.
Give credit to the line. They're really opening up some holes here in this drive, especially the last few plays. And they're 2nd and goal. They're bringing in some new players. They're at the line of scrimmage, and the clock still runs, and this is just exactly what Travis wants.
Yeah.
Let the clock run and score late.
Yeah, Clements has the 3 timeouts. And now Travis is going to let it tick on down. They've still got 20 on the play clock, 38 on the game clock. The ball at the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal from right there. And now it's a timeout taken by Clements, and we'll take it with him. VypeFortBend.com, Rangers trying to keep the Tigers out of the end zone.
First Tire and Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC, Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
The welcome coolness of fall is upon us, Patrick. According to my little weather app on my phone, it says here that in Missouri City it's 72 degrees, but night is falling. A nice wind is blowing. It's low humidity.
Beautiful.
And it feels kind of chilly here. You know,
like
I'm one of those Houston guys.
Yeah, three-quarter moon coming up from the east there. It looks beautiful. And like you said, this is getting to be football weather right here. Feels wonderful. Well, here they come. They had called the timeout. Maybe they saw a little formation that they didn't like, the Rangers, and now Travis comes back out on the field.
Njoku with Singletary next to him. Kind of a tight bunch formation, only 1 wide receiver, and he's still pretty close to the tackle. There goes Njoku around the left side, easily got to the edge and walked into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown run, and that's a real backbreaker for the Clements Rangers.
Yeah, he was going to go up the middle there, and there was just a big old pile of bodies in there, and he just darted to the outside, and he found nothing but daylight out there for an easy conversion for a touchdown.
Senator Antonio Rubio, not from Florida, will attempt the extra point kick. Drew Sissom to hold. The snap and hold are just fine, and it flies over the Clements band and lands between the Clements band and the Travis band. So nobody hurt on that successful extra point kick. It's 21-0 Travis, 24 seconds to go before halftime. We'll be right back.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is the 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows, free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Rubio kicks off, and this one is short. Fair catch called for and made at the 29-yard line for Clements. And did you see a flag come in there, or was that just?
I did not. I think there was
somebody
just kind of lost their balance, and they might have seen the hand flying around. But would Clements actually try to do something here with 24 seconds left in the half from their own 30?
I kind of doubt it, but they might. There does. I look at the flags at the north end. They're not really moving too much.
But it sure
up
feels
here where
like
we are, it feels like we
Yeah.
have a wind that is behind the Clements offense. So maybe let Chenier just throw it up there.
Yeah.
And probably no harm done if it gets picked off.
You certainly don't want to have a turnover down here, but they do run it.
Kasuma running hard, gets 11 yards and a first down.
And a marker down on that play.
A marker is down on that play. Clements, by the way, face mask?
I think it's a face mask, which now you get the ball toward the 50-yard line. You might as well just try for something here.
And you are right. It is Gary Godwin is our referee, and I really appreciate Mr. Godwin being here because Daryl Dickerson was going to be the referee, but he had some kind of situation where he was not able to make it, and so Gary Godwin is filling in and doing a fine job thus far. And a timeout is taken by Clements. That's their second timeout of the half. We'll take it with them and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
All right, Patrick Kinnick and Roger Smith back with you intermittently. And I say that because every once in a while our audio just cuts out. I'm not really sure why that is. I have a theory, but we'll just muddle through. That's one of my mom's favorite words, M-U-T-T-L-E, muddle through.
Well, now we're in a situation where Clements has a chance to go for some points here.
They do. 17 seconds left. One timeout. They're at the 44. Chenier is going to heave it down the middle of the field. Patrick Smith, in and out of his hands. It falls incomplete. It kind of bounced off his chest, and then it looked like it might be an interception by Dominic Njoku, but it falls harmlessly to the turf.
Whoa.
And we've got 8.4 seconds to go in what's left of this first half, and it's 21-0. Travis, Clements has not played all that bad. They just haven't been able to finish drives. That's really been their problem.
It sure looked like he had Smith on that one. He had that ball was in his belly, and I couldn't tell if Matt Bennett or Dominic Njoku knocked it out of there. But boy, if he had caught it, he was at about the 2-yard line. Now it's their second down and 10 with 8 seconds remaining here in the half.
And there is a swing pass, and it's Marcus Darnell headed for the sideline, and he steps out before he gets to the 30. And so that puts the ball at the 32-yard line with 2.4 to go. And I think they're going to bring on Lyle Link.
Let's find out here. Looks like they might be. Got a couple different linemen coming out.
And now I know that Lyle Link made a long field goal when they played Pasadena. And I think it was from 43. And this one's going to be from 49. It'll be on the right hash mark. And it'll be out of the hold of Gunnar Chenier.
He does have a just a little bit of a breeze behind him. Let's see what he can do here.
And by the way, Dominic Njoku is underneath the goalpost for the potential kick six opportunity. The kick is in the air and it's just too low. It's not going to make it, and it goes through the back of the end zone. And you know what? I thought it was going to be Lyle Link, but they didn't use Lyle. They used Timothy Kroon. We've seen Timothy Kroon as a kickoff specialist several times this year.
He just didn't get a good foot into that one.
That's right. Okay, folks, we're going to let you listen to the Clements Band a little bit when we come back from the commercial. And I'll just, full disclosure here, it's for me to chew on the sandwich that Patrick so graciously brought to me. You're a good friend, Patrick.
Well, you're a good man, Roger.
Well, I try. Okay, here we go. 21-0 Travis at halftime. We'll take a break and be back. And we're glad you're with us on VypeFortBend.com.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavenall with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Shining bright in the sky and dazzling on the field tonight, please welcome the award-winning Clements Stars Dance Team. Introducing our Stars social officers, social committee chairs, Will Lopez, Sayonara, and President Amy Gutierrez. The Stars dance officers are junior captains Julia Metzler, Malaya Savino, Jessica Lee, Nicole Wu, senior captain Shirley Bassey, Lieutenant Colonels Olivia Lugeria, and Delaney Robertson. Stars Spirit Girl of the Week is Lenarda Yala. Stars Dancer of the Week is Sinai Kara. Clements Stars will now perform the kick routine to Take On Me, played by the Clements Marching Band. The Stars are under the direction of Michelle Barr and Alina Mitchell. We hope that you enjoyed the entertainment tonight, and thank you for supporting the hard work of these young ladies.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
We take care of you so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Memoirs, Rosie Hills of Joy by Eric Whitaker, and with the party's over by Billy Eilish. Soloists are Julie Palmer on the flute, Reese Viva on alto saxophone, and Josh Noel on trombone. It's been almost 2 years since the Vanguard has performed a competitive halftime program. So to show these students that you are glad to see them back on the field, please welcome the Clements High School Marching Band and Guard.
Fans, you are listening to the Clements Band, and they're playing the routine, going through all of the stuff that they are going to present at the upcoming UIL contest. And that's really what you live for in a marching band. You're working up toward that contest, and I looked at Patrick, and he looked back at me as if to say, I'm in the middle of chewing. Please don't throw me a question just yet.
You can't tell everybody all of our little secrets up here, but I guess you can. You just did. Yeah, they look good out there, the Clements Band. I've always been impressed by their band. They always seem to do a really good job. They sound very good, and their formations are nice. They're kind of a classic old-time marching band with all these formations that they do. I like it.
And they also have some kind of innovative instrumentation. You know, sometimes they will have a solo with a particular instrument that you don't typically hear during a football halftime. And I also noticed that they have two football players.
Just saw
One is
that too, yeah.
Weza Pereira.
Got three of them out there.
He's a linebacker. You got Dimas Kasuma. They're just out there in their uniforms. Let's see. Point to the other one.
One guy's he took his shoulder pads
Okay,
off.
so he can't really tell who he is. Yeah, he took shoulder pads and jersey off, so we can't identify him, but we do know he's a playa. A playa of an instrument and a playa of football.
They got a drummer out there, too, so I think we got 4 guys out there for sure.
Well, that is really, really impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Now, I will say this, though, Patrick, that's a very refreshing and wonderful thing. It's been a long time since Clements has been in the football playoffs, but you might actually have a conflict where a student athlete and a student band member would have to make a decision. Do I want to go play in a playoff football game or go to the UIL marching contest?
Well,
and it's not really an easy choice. They put so much time into both.
It's not an easy choice. I know the direction that I would go, but you just don't know. It is an individual decision, if that would ever to happen.
So it is halftime, and Travis is leading Clements by a score of 21-0. And for Clements, they have the kind of weapons where it's not an insurmountable lead, but they need to start chipping away at it here pretty soon as the quarter starts. But as fate would have it, Travis is going to get the football to start quarter number 3.
Yes, exactly.
It's going to make it absolutely imperative that the Clements defense get the ball back quickly.
And if I was the Travis coaches, I'm sure they're going to drive this home, watch for the onside kick or some kind of a goofy kick. Be heads up, make sure we get this ball and don't let them get immediate momentum, you know.
Well, let's give everybody some scores here, Patrick. And there's a big game going on today, in fact, tonight. In the second quarter, with 1:10 left, it is Atascocita, ranked number 6th in the state in Class 6A. They're taking on the CE King Panthers, the same CE King team that came here and beat Ridgepoint in a thriller that almost went to overtime. It was one of those games where Ridgepoint scored on an untimed down at the end of regulation time, and they were able to get it to within 28-26, and then they had to try a 2-point conversion to try and force overtime, and CE King stopped them. So that's really the only hiccup that Ridgepoint has had all year long, and so CE King is strong, but Atascocita may be stronger as they lead by 28-14 over CE King with 1:10 to go in the second quarter. But here's something else. You're familiar with Marvin Session, wears number 8 for Ridgepoint, is probably their best receiver.
Yep.
And his cousin is Gavin Session, and he's an outstanding quarterback. He's very similar in athletic talent to Bert Emanuel Jr. for Ridgepoint. But unfortunately, Gavin, who is Marvin's cousin, blew out his knee. ACL surgery is required, so you just really hate to hear that has happened. And so they have a very effective backup named Zion Taylor, and he may prove to be every bit as good as Gavin Session, but
is he
it's just a shame.
Underclassman?
By the way, I see some people I know down there.
Yeah, I saw you waving.
But they didn't see me.
I have to just acknowledge I saw at least one cheerleader out there, too, in the band. So it wasn't just the football players doubling up on the duty. One of the cheerleaders was out there, too, and I couldn't see if there was any others. But anyway, that's a big score. Atascocita, a big lead for them right now if they can continue to hold on to that.
Well, of course, you and I remember we were in the stadium on the University of Houston campus for that playoff game between Ridgepoint and Atascocita. And Atascocita came in as the favored team, but Ridgepoint beat them pretty decisively. It was so impressive, and it was just wonderful and happy. And then it lasted 1 week, and Ridgepoint had to play North Shore the next week, and they could not get by the Mustangs. But that was Ridgepoint's best ever season, certainly since they've been in Class 6A. And, you know, I'm really amazed at what Ridgepoint is doing and the way they're playing. They're so strong despite losing their very best offensive lineman, Calvin Harvey. And they also lost 2 great defensive linemen, D.K. Kalu and Clayton Cherry. And yet somehow out of necessity with losing those 2 big defensive linemen, they've kind of gone to a different defensive philosophy where it's not so much about bulk and stopping the run. It's about finding the fastest guys who can fly to the football, kind of like the Cowboys defense when Jimmy Johnson first became the coach. And he just assembled guys who could really run to the football and hit people. You know, maybe they didn't have those huge guys that were hard to move out on the short yardage plays.
I wish you wouldn't have reminded me of that era.
Yeah, but I take no pleasure in it either. But I will say this. I think that Cowboys team of 92 was the last truly great team in that it was pre-salary cap. There was no limit on what, you know, a team could spend on its players. And it was also a brand new owner with deep pockets in Jerry Jones, who hired just the right guy in Jimmy Johnson to choose the players in the draft and make the deals. And the Cowboys were just so incredibly deep and young and talented, and they should have won more than 3 Super Bowls, in my opinion.
They had a really nice little run there. I can't remember 3 championships in 4 years, or
that's right, 3 in 4 years.
Yeah, they.
By the way, what's that little thing back there behind us?
Looks like a little, almost like a. I don't know. That's not a wallet, is it?
You know, I think it might be that little thing that I use to carry my recorder. So talk a minute while I go pick it up.
And he's telling me to talk, and I don't really know what to say. The dancers for the Travis Tigers are out there doing a routine, a nice routine with their band behind them, playing the music. They got the band has green uniforms, so I guess the theme, there must be a theme tonight with the green and black band uniforms.
Yeah, that looks great. It looks like the dance team looks like they're ready for Christmas. And you know something? I thought about stuff we were going to say here tonight because we didn't have quite as much stuff, what we call in the can for halftime, and we're going to have to kind of talk our way through the halftime. Okay, so as I'm out mowing the yard today, it was a very pleasant day on which to mow the yard. Beautiful sunshine, low humidity.
You want to be outside, yeah.
And the wind was kind of helping. You know, you have grass clippings. They kind of blow them onto the neighbor's lawn, which is what you want. You don't want them in your yard,
right?
But anyway, I was just the phrase popped into my head. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And that would be in Houston when the weather starts to change. And then I thought maybe I shouldn't say it's the most wonderful time of the year because that's supposed to be Christmas, but we hear all this news that things that we order to give to someone as a Christmas gift may not get there in time. So maybe this year, this is the most wonderful time of the year when we get that nice weather change.
Well, Roger, that's a little disturbing, some of these reports we're getting on the deliveries and so on. Hopefully that will not come to be true. We'll find out, I guess. But congratulations on getting out there in your yard today.
Yeah,
getting some yard
it
work
had been
done.
a while. I needed to do it.
Well, I'm about due too. But I'm not too worried about it. The grass is not growing as fast as it would normally, in this particular season, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, and in fact, that was another thing I was going to say, because there's a certain time of the year when the growth of the grass really starts to slow down, and what ends up happening is you're not so much mowing the yard as vacuuming the yard. You're kind of making sure that you don't get so much of that thatch and all those clippings that can kind of impair the growth a little bit.
So are you telling us that you vacuum your yard in the fall and winter?
Well, I use the mower as a vacuum, so I suppose the answer is yes.
So you mow the lawn without cutting the lawn?
No, I cut the lawn, but it's basically the more important function at certain times is to suck up whatever the mower runs over.
And what if you don't do that?
Well, if I don't do that, I guess
because I don't,
it wouldn't be the end of the world.
Because I don't do it. Once I mow that last one, somewhere around Thanksgiving or whatever, that's it.
Well, I just keep my eye on the grass, and if it seems to need mowing / vacuuming, then I do it, and if not, oh well. Well, guess what, Patrick?
Taking a break.
It's not Christmas.
Oh,
but I do have something that's kind of a nice little gift. It's only a gift that's going to last 2 minutes,
it's going to be a gift for the audience.
So, as we know, Fort Bend ISD has produced many outstanding athletes in all sports, especially in football. I mean, the first one that I think of, and maybe the best football player, is Thurman Thomas, came out of Willow Ridge, NFL Hall of Famer, and, he wasn't a Super Bowl champion. He was there 4 times, though. Anyway, so Kendall Sheffield, who came out of Marshall, is playing for the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, he played for Alabama while he was in college. He also transferred to Ohio State. So Kendall Sheffield is an incredible football player, and we do have a visit with him because he showed up last night as Marshall was beating Willow Ridge in its homecoming game, and the score was 56-7. It wasn't a blowout the whole time. It was actually pretty good. Usually about halfway through the second quarter is when Willow Ridge might fall behind Marshall a little bit. So 56-7 was the final. We'll step aside and we will let you hear that visit with Kendall Sheffield here on VypeFortBend.com. Our halftime score, Travis 21 and Clements nothing. We'll be right back.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows, free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Hey everybody, last night the Marshall Buffs got a big win, 56-7 in their homecoming game against Willow Ridge, and we got a chance to catch up with Kendall Sheffield, now in the NFL with the Atlanta Falcons. I guess to this point, other than maybe Devon A-Chain, the most famous Buff, and it's good to talk to you. So I guess your team's off this week, and thanks for coming, first of all.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Now, I understand that, we got these new unis, the gold jerseys. Somebody told me that maybe you had something to do with that, and thank you very much. Is that you?
Oh, yeah, I just want to get back to the football team. Marshall done so much for me, and just the least I could do is just pay my respect and just help the team out.
All right, so I guess I ought to ask you a couple of things about college football. I know you spent part of your college career at Alabama, part at Ohio State. What did you think of the action last week where the Aggies with Devon A-Chain defeated Alabama? And what do you think about the picture of college football this year?
He's playing exceptionally well. I've been following him the last couple of years, and he also runs track for A&M too, so that's another good thing that I love to see. But he's playing very well for A&M.
Yeah, you probably had an opportunity. If you'd wanted to go straight track, you could have. What were some of the things that led to your decision to continue in football because you had so many options?
Football my first love, so I wanted to do that for sure. And track is just something that I wanted to do, just keep my speed up. I also love it too, but football is my main sport.
All right, well, it's great to have you here, and you got all these fans. They want to talk to you, so thanks for spending a couple of minutes with us.
Yes, sir, appreciate it.
That is Kendall Sheffield, Marshall class of which year?
2015.
2015. All right, so halftime continues. Thanks for being with us, and we appreciate your tuning in to VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. Kendall Sheffield, just one of many Fort Bend ISD high school alumni who have made it to the professional sports world, the elite, the NFL. And thank you, Kendall Sheffield, for talking to us, and thank you for listening to us. You out there in Radio Land. We'll be right back.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
We're back here at Hall Stadium as the Travis Band, not wearing red but wearing green and black, is entertaining the crowd while the Tigers lead this game 21-0 over the Clements Rangers. And Patrick, I look at the scoreboard clock and I notice it says 12 minutes, so I think this halftime show has kind of gone into overtime. Maybe they're encores and they want to do more.
They are definitely into overtime, and I want to give credit to the Travis Band, who done an excellent job tonight. They're doing a great job, sounding wonderful, looking great, and they continue to play here. They may have gotten a late start due to the Clements length of time, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not sure.
And maybe there will be a rumble in the end zone later as the two bands fight over who got more time.
See, now I see the Travis players, they're all ready to come on the field in the, what do you call those, inflatable tunnels, and they were all geared up in there, and somebody said, let's get out of this thing and keep stretching a little bit, because we're not sure when this band's going to stop.
By the way, I hope that folks out there are enjoying what I think is we have really good sound quality, and Patrick and I would rather set up outdoors if it means that you are going to get good sound as you listen to these ball games. We've been to some stadiums where they tell you that they have a little input that you can plug in and get natural sound, and at some stadiums that's good sound, but there are other places where it's not good at all.
It's not always reliable, like you said, and this is about as reliable as you can get. Roger has the table set up here in the, I guess, what do you call this? Upper concourse.
The upper concourse.
And it's above, well, I guess the home side, underneath the press box area, and we are most definitely in a good spot. A good vantage point, and like you said, for the sound, it's wonderful as well.
Now there is something else, and it's kind of amusing. As long as the timing's not bad, it's not really really a problem. But when we come up here, we often have people passing by. Sometimes it's someone who wants something done. Maybe they want to have an announcement done or something. But they're always coming up and asking us questions like, are you the public address guy? Are you the scoreboard operator? Are you this? Are you that? And we never, ever want to be rude to anybody, but sometimes we're in the middle of talking on the air, and I've kind of given up of just kind of giving them, holding up that hand that says, hold on just a second, and I'll talk to you in a moment. What happens is I just stop what I'm saying to the audience, and I turn to the person on the concourse and say, I'm the radio guy. And he says, you're telling people? This happened last night. A kid from Marshall, or one of the middle schools that feeds Marshall, says, you're telling the guy up in the press box what to say? And I said, no, I'm telling people out there in radio land who can't make it to the game, I'm telling them what's happening here.
Or phone land, or whatever, computer land, right?
Yeah.
Out in the air somewhere. And yes, so you've had those instances happen.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like I'm the information booth in the lobby of the hospital or someplace like
have that look about you that you just know what's going on. So they're going to ask the guy who looks like that knows what's going on. So
now here's another thing that I was trying to get done, and it was kind of because I needed this information, I was trying to flag people down. You see, when they announced the homecoming queen for Marshall, I heard the name Cameron.
Yep.
But then before they said her last name, everybody started screaming so loudly I couldn't tell what the last name was. And by the way, from our Marshall games, the homecoming king was Rundrick Dudley.
Oh, yeah.
He wears number 3. He's fast, super talented, and he was living the dream last night, scoring touchdowns in a big homecoming win and getting to be the homecoming king. Well, I found out after asking several boys and girls, do you know Cameron's last name? And finally we figured out it was Johnson. And now we've killed off the halftime. Finally, Timothy Kroon kicks off for Clements, and the ball comes down to the 6-yard line, and up the middle goes Ratliff, and now he cuts to his right. It's not Ratliff. Correction, it's Dominic Njoku, and it's an exciting kickoff return. He gets it back to the 27-yard line. And little extra effort on the tackle there by somebody, and kind of looked like it was a UIL wrestling competition for a moment there.
Yeah, he wanted to make the definitive statement that he was making the tackle.
That was Bryce Matthews. And so here we go with Travis leading 21-0. It's just absolutely crucial that Clements get the ball back without Tigers putting more points on the board, and they go deep on the first play, and in the seam looking for Drew Sissom running between the left hash marks and the numbers over there on the other side. He was a little bit open, but Anthony Njoku overshot him on first down.
He definitely broke open at the end, and the ball was about 3 yards overthrown. Unfortunately for the Tigers, they came out, they wanted to put the dagger in early, but incomplete.
2nd down and 10. Njoku trying to get Clements to jump, hands it off to Singletary, slanting off the left side, good yardage, and he's got about 9 yards. Patrick Smith came up from a safety spot and upended him, and it is a 9-yard pickup, 3rd and 1.
Singletary has really come on the last couple games with good hard running.
Njoku under center, he sneaks it, gets the first down, that moves the sticks. It is a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive.
He's still
for
going.
all your car care needs. Check them
Look
out
at
at firsttireandauto.com.
He almost
and
broke
yes,
out of the
you're
pile.
right. I realized as soon as I started saying that I should not have said it yet because the whistle had not blown. It ends up being a 7-yard run. Njoku, just not to be denied, wanted to get the ball to the 45-yard line.
and he
did. And it's 1st and 10. Clements has to dig in and come up with a stop, and Njoku's going to pass. He's hit as he throws, and it's wide open, and the ball is incomplete. Thrown a little bit too much to the inside. Robert Sims, a lunging attempt to make the catch, and he just could not get it. And Clements may have come within an eyelash right there of falling so far behind in this game that they simply couldn't catch up. And Njoku, by the way, I didn't see who hit him. I don't know if you did, Patrick.
I did not.
But he was really blasted, kind of helmet under the chin blasted, but he hopped right back up.
I'm surprised he got that ball in that such a good throw under the pressure he had there.
2nd down and 10. There goes a man in motion. It's Nufemi Rufai, and now Singletary running to the right, but he's dropped in the backfield. Somebody read that like a book, like a Dr. Seuss book. I think that was Matt McGinnis. Maybe it was Ferris Rafai.
I think it was McGinnis, but whoever made the play, the running back, Singletary, as soon as he got it, he was laid to the ground for a 5-yard loss.
Yes, 5-yard loss. So they're twin sons of different mothers, Matt McGinnis and Ferris Rafai on 3rd down and 15. Singletary swing pass left side, gets outside the numbers, has the first down and more down the far sideline. 30, 25 flag coming in. 2 flags come in. He goes all the way to the end zone for what would be a touchdown from 60 yards out. But hold on, it's going to come back.
A hold or something by the receiver downfield. The question is, will it still be a first down? I think it's would that be a spot foul where they mark it from the spot?
I believe so, yes.
So that should still be a first down. They really ran it well. Singletary got the swing pass, and he had a lead blocker out there, and there was a lot of green daylight out there. And unfortunately for the Tigers, that block was really not necessary downfield because he was already flying downfield on his own.
Yeah, that is a shame. When a block is thrown or a penalty is committed behind the running the ball carrier's progress.
But for the Tigers, the good news is it's still a first down. They're able to get plenty of yardage beyond the marker there to get the first down, even though they had the penalty.
They have it at the 39-yard line of Clements, and the Rangers have been out there for almost 2 minutes of clock time, and they have to find a way to stop this Travis drive. As the Grinch said, I must stop this whole thing. 3-man front for Clements. They've been in their stances for a long time. I'll bet their arms are tired. 2 seconds on the play clock, and finally they get it underway. Singletary straight up the middle for a gain of 2.
So Singletary gets that long touchdown run, and then they just check to see how good a shape he's in, and they give the ball right back to him, and he's able to pick up 3 on the play.
Alex Aguirre Acosta made the tackle, and it was a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7. Quick release, and Njoku near sideline. Ratliff has it near the 20. He was uncovered, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Somebody lost sight of him, Roger.
Ferris Rafai is the linebacker, I think the defensive captain. He's very upset trying to figure out why no one was out there to cover Carmelo Ratliff, the freshman. And it's 1st and goal at the 6-yard line for the Tigers. And there is going to be a whistle, and there was just, I think the center didn't. Hold on, are we with you? Yes, we are. Dang it! The center did not snap it when nearly everybody else on the offensive unit for Travis moved. So that's going to move it back to the 11. 1st and goal from there.
Sometimes when you're running fast and you're going to the line of scrimmage quickly, you're a little bit out of sync sometimes, and that time the center Unfortunately for the Tigers, was a little out of sync, but it's still first down and goal from the 11.
Ratliff and Singletary on either side of Anthony Njoku. Here comes a blitz by the Rangers, and it's dropped in the backfield. Singletary loses 3 yards, and he's getting to know Alex Aguirre Acosta a little bit more than he wanted to.
Boy, on that
because
play.
Acosta, I believe that is his 3rd tackle for loss tonight.
He found a hole to dart through and get that tackle in the backfield. Looks like a 3-yard loss.
Yep, back to the 14, and it's 2nd and goal from there. No truly wide receivers for Travis. Kind of a bunch formation. Njoku rolling to his left, throwing into the end zone, and flags come in as it's going to be an interference call, defensive pass interference. And the only thing that could prevent that call from being adjudicated and assessed would be if they determine that it was uncatchable, and I don't think they're going to decide that.
On a play like that, I don't know how they could say it's uncatchable, because if he's holding him, how can he get to the ball?
That's what John Madden would say. How can you say it's not catchable if there was interference?
They're talking about it, though. They're talking, but there were, 2 or 3 flags down there, which to me makes it pretty obvious, but I think they're just trying to figure out where to mark it.
Here is Gary Godwin, our referee. I think he's going to say something.
Pass interference on the 50, number 18, ball deflected.
Well, Roger, that looked like pretty obvious penalty marker. Was it Van Wyck down there? He was.
Yes, Gabriel Van Wyck
he
was the intended receiver.
He was open and he was breaking toward the ball, and it looked like it was going to be a touchdown, and he was definitely held up.
Well, it's a killer for Clements because it's an automatic first down, and the ball is now at the 2-yard line. Travis tells the officials they want it on the right hash mark, and they got Singletary, and they got a couple of big, beefy guys lined up where they can block for him and lead him into the end zone. That's the plan for the Tigers, who lead 21-0. Njoku rolling to his left. He's going to throw it. And it's a completion along the goal line, and he gets it to Praise Dausolu. Into the end zone he goes. And so that ups the ante in a bad way for Clements. It's 27-0. And the extra point by Rubio to come, maybe. They're kind of lining up in that funky swing and gate formation with all the interior linemen lined up away from the football. And now they change personnel, and they will kick it, apparently. And why not? I mean, why do you need to do that swing and gate when you're just trying to make it 28-0, and you don't need to make it 29-0?
Sometimes I think they just want to show teams that they have something in store and make people think of something. Now the whistle blows on the extra point here.
You know, maybe if they hadn't done that personnel swap over, there wouldn't be a whistle. You ever thought about that? Yep, sure enough, it is a false start. Somebody wasn't set or moved because they didn't anticipate the snap count properly.
So now they're going to have an extra point that's 5 yards deeper for Rubio.
Not Marco Rubio, but Antonio Rubio.
It shouldn't affect him a whole lot. He's a strong kicker.
I'm sorry about that, Patrick. I'm trying to get this secured. Yeah, I'll do it during the break. Don't know how many times I've said dang it during this game. And Rubio, like a beautiful rainbow over the goalposts at night. And that would have been good from a long, long way, and it was right down the middle. He's a great kicker. We've got a new score. Travis 28, Clements nothing. 8:47 to go in the third. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick with you on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
You know, during that Travis touchdown drive, I saw several of my friends that I go to church with, and one of them is one of our ministers, Julie Johnson. Johnston with a T. And by the way, she has several children that have either attended Travis or will be attending Travis or are attending Travis. And now here we go. I'll describe the kickoff for you. Rubio ready to bang it off the tee. Usually it's Kasuma and Patrick Smith back for Clements. Here's the kickoff. It'll be Kasuma in the end zone, and I think he'll stay right there. Actually, it's Patrick Smith, and he stays there. So I see Julie down there, and I decide to text her and tell her to look behind her and to her right up on the concourse. And I eventually see her look at her phone, and she looks back, and I wave, and she taps on the other friends, and they turn around and wave. And Julie sends me a text, and this would apply to you too. She just doesn't know you. She said, "You look so important."
Well, I'm sure she was looking beyond me.
Well, we both look important up here. So
they're not here anymore, though.
Yeah, they just. So I waved. I read the text, and now they're gone. I guess maybe they were here to see the band.
Maybe she's preparing the talk for tomorrow morning.
Well, you know what? If she's not ready by now,
well, she could be, going over it a little bit last minute.
You could be right,
yeah.
But she can do that later. Gunnar Chenier on Clements' first possession of this second half.
Wow.
Could not find anyone to throw the ball to, and he rolled to his right, and he was ganged up on in a big way. Kendrick Taylor, also Israel Akinlabi, and there was one more that I missed.
Well, Taylor was, I think his speed picked up quite a bit, knowing that quarterback had the ball, and he was on top of him in a hurry for a 7-yard loss, not what the Rangers needed on that first play.
Yeah, they're down 28-0. Mo Sear in motion, and they swing it out there to him after faking it to him on the jet sweep, and that's a nice play as it picks up 13 yards, and it'll make it very doable on third down for the Rangers after the quarterback sack on first down.
Yeah, he's 5 yards short of the first down, but it picks up 10, or actually 12. Nice play by the quarterback to just kind of gently toss it in the flat there, and a good run.
And Mo Sear with his first catch, 3rd down and 5 for the Rangers. And Chenier looking like he was ready for the snap. Then he turns around and looks at the sideline. A little more information for his lineman. Now he's ready to take the snap, and he sends Mo Sear in motion again. And he gives it off to Kasuma. A flag flies in as we have a first down carry, but hold on.
I think that's coming back the way that flag's thrown. And the Ranger linemen have that look about them that they're walking backwards.
The sheepish look, is that what that is?
Yeah, I couldn't get the right word, Roger, and that is the word we're looking for. Sheepish, somebody's guilty, and maybe a little gosh darn because we had a first down. Now it's a 3rd and 15. This is one of those, what do you draw up for 3rd and 15 when you're down by 28 here?
Well, maybe you run the same play that you did with Mo Sear before, but you bring him from the right side over here to the near side.
Let's see what they do.
Dropping back is Chenier. Stands strong, throws over the middle, looking for Smith, and he was hit before the ball got there, but they're going to say that Dominic Njoku was simply going for the ball, which is his right to do. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th and 15.
If you're the Rangers, you want the call, but I think you're right, Roger. I think both players have the right to go for the ball, and it did look like he was going for the ball on that play. So tough play for the Rangers, and they're in the formation like they're going to go for it, but I think it's going to be one of those quarterback kicks.
Yeah, probably so. Chenier takes the snap and punts it away. Nobody back there. I don't know that Travis will try to return it, and they won't. Marcus Darnell runs down there to down it at the 43. So Travis sitting pretty here. They're up 28-0, and They have the football back with 7:24 to go in the third. We'll take a really quick break and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
You are the master of the multi. And we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
All right, so evidently the officials, and this is their right, they might have dates later or something, I don't know, but they decided that they wanted to go ahead and run a play. I thought we had time to give you that Office Depot spot, but anyway, it was a play of kind of no consequence. It was a long run by Njoku, but there were multiple penalty flags thrown on the field, and it's a holding call against the Tigers, and it backs them up. And they're still backing to the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 20 from there. And I think it'd be a good time between plays if Travis gives us time to kind of give perspective on what this means for Clements, assuming they don't come back from 28-0 down.
I would love to hear the perspective for both teams, really, Roger. And then Clements coming off the apparent loss here. What do they got to do the rest of the season?
First of all, Singletary 3 yards up the middle, 2nd down and 17. So for Clements, this is only their second loss in district play. They do have a tough matchup before they're done with George Ranch. So if they can beat George Ranch, that's going to kind of be a must-win game for them. I think they'll be in good shape for the playoffs. And the Tigers, while they seem desperate coming in, they only have one loss in district play. Njoku to throw. Over the middle, hits Van Wyck, and he's thrown back. Correction, it's Robert Sims, number 4. And it is Ferris Rafai who sniffed that out. Looked like he knew it was coming.
I tell you what, if he does not sniff it out, the Tigers had about 2 or 3 blockers leading the way, and if he didn't make that tackle, he would probably still be running. Good play by Rafai.
So the fact that Travis, after losing to Bush last week, if beating Clements here tonight, they've already beaten George Ranch. They could possibly lose that final game of the season to Ridgepoint, and they'd still be in good shape for the playoffs. Njoku drops back, throws deep, got Sims, 20, 15, one man to beat, and he's into the end zone. Just inside the pylon on this side.
What a pass by Njoku. Unbelievable. Under pressure, I don't know if you saw at the end, he took a shot again, and that ball was right in stride. Great catch by Sims, and he was able to make a good move to get it into the end zone.
63 yards, and it was a perfect spiral. Just a rainbow right in stride. And this has become a blowout, unfortunately. And they're running the swinging gate when they're up 34-0. Njoku rolls to the right, throws to the corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete, intended for Van Wyck. So the score shall remain for the moment. 34-0, 5:45 to go. This is VypeFortBend.com. Travis leading Clements.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
All right, so Travis is kind of getting into that mode that they used to be in all the time when they just scored lots of points in every game they ever played. Rubio bangs the kickoff. It will not reach the end zone. It bounces between the 10 and the 15, and Patrick Smith has it. Running to the near side, breaks through a scrum of people, gets to the 30, 35, and Rubio escorts him out of bounds at the 37. And I think Rubio he enjoyed throwing him out of bounds. He's pretty strong for a kicker.
Yeah, you gave him a little extra nudge there on the out of bounds line there. Thought he might maybe even pick up a penalty on the play. It was a little bit unnecessary. He's not sure what to do because usually he kicks it out of the end zone and there's no run back.
Maybe Coach Sissom said, kick it short of the goal line so we can work on our kickoff coverage.
Either that or his legs getting tired.
And empty backfield. Chenier throws far sideline. It's a catch. Marcus Darnell, 8-yard gain. Quickly out of bounds with 5:30 to go in quarter number 3. And Clements just trying to get on the board. They're down 34-0. And again, Clements fans just realize that all is not lost here. You still basically control your destiny. You may need to win your final 3 games to be absolutely sure of it. Chenier rolls to the right, screen back here to the near side. Kasuma breaks a tackle into the backfield, gets to the 45, and burrowing ahead for 4 more yards to the 49. And that will get him the first down.
That was a nice little play. The play before that they have run a few times, a little down and out, quick pass. And that play has worked almost all night for the Clements Rangers. They got a first down here on their own 49, trying to get the goose egg off the board.
And Chenier drops back, stands strong, and fires it way deep down the middle on the post pattern. And it's well covered by Travis. The intended receiver was Patrick Smith. And I think Patrick Smith by now is sick of looking at Dominic Njoku, who has been covering him like ugly on an ape all night long.
Well, he had 2 guys going deep, one to the right side of the field and one into the center of the field, and that was Marcus Darnell. I thought that's where he was going, but he elected to go toward the sideline more. Looked like Darnell was coming open at the end, but it's easy for me to say way up here.
Second down and 10 for Clements from their own 49. Draw play Kasuma. And again, the middle is clogged. It's been clogged, I'm not going to say all night. There have been some good productive running plays for Clements, but more often it's been Travis just plugging up the hole. And praise Dasolu. Let's praise him like we should.
Yeah, it was a good
Dasolu
play.
Made another solo tackle.
I would say 85% of the time tonight 85 to 90% of the time they've been stuffing that hole. And now it's 3rd and 9 for the Rangers.
Yeah, 3rd and 9, not a good situation to be in. I'll bet they're going to go for it if they're short on 4th down. Chenier throws it deep down the far sideline, looking for Smith. Ball up in the air and broken up. And that time it wasn't the guy that it usually is. It was Israel Akinlabi.
That was a nice play. He was well, like a blanket on him that time. He was not very open, and like you said, Roger, it's 4th and 9, and you predicted they would go for it on 4th down. It looks like they're lining up to do that, down by 34. Not much to lose here.
And by the way, Akinlabi was the guy who intercepted that pass against George Ranch that finally secured the victory. And by the way,
that was an exciting game.
A.J. Halsey of Marshall had 3 picks last night against Willow Ridge, and 2 of them were a pick 6.
Wow, that's memorable.
So he scored 2 touchdowns while playing defense. On 4th and 9, Chenier rolls right, hit as he throws, and it's Akinlabi breaking it up. Pass intended for Marcus Darnell near the 30-yard line, and the ball will go over. The Travis defense has had an answer for just about everything that Clements has tried to do.
Nice job of the defense, too. He did not make a major effort to intercept that. I think he could have intercepted it, but it was smart to let it go because they had the ball on the 50 if they just knock it down, and he did a good job there. And Travis in great field position here.
From the 50-yard line, Singletary gets dropped for a loss of 1 yard. Salazar got into the backfield and
got
an injured player for Travis. I hope that it's not Singletary.
No, I don't think it was Singletary.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. 3:51 to go in the third. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Okay, it was Singletary who was injured. He got off the field on his own, and they give it to Carmelo Ratliff, running straight up the middle, and a Travis helmet rolled off of someone. It's number 55. Hey, now we get to see what he looks like. That's Blake Brown. Hi, Blake.
Well, there's a marker down. His helmet came flying out of there, and he was gesturing for a penalty marker. I don't know exactly sure what happened. And somebody just ripped the helmet off of him?
Oh, boy. Let's listen to the call. Okay. Gary Godwin, our referee, was kind of pointing at someone on the Clements side, and I was afraid he was going to do an ejection.
I was thinking the same thing, and I guess he was just pointing to just establish which player had, made the infraction there.
So that moves the ball to the 33-yard line of Clements. And this game is not going to get to that point, I don't think, but it reminds me of a terrible night for Clements. And there is Ratliff bouncing off a tackle near the line of scrimmage, and he keeps on going. It should have been a no gain, except he's so talented. He carried it 12 yards and now flags after the play.
It's getting ugly out there, Roger, the last 2 plays. Now, I don't know if this was Travis retaliating or what. They're pointing toward Travis. Somebody had some dirty business inside the line there against one of the Clements players. Let's hear what it is.
That goes in.
I know, that's my best friend.
I think we can hear it over the kids.
Oh, did he say 9?
Did they say number 9? If so, that's Nifemi Rufai.
Yeah, I thought he said 9. So it's hard to know exactly what happened, but it was unsportsmanlike conduct. So some, after the play to the head or something. But
snarling and snapping.
That's exactly right.
Pushing and shoving.
It's still a first down for Travis. They mark it back, but no real damage done to the Tigers there.
So Njoku still in there at quarterback, 1st and 10 from the 37. He drops straight back, pump short. Now looks down the near sideline, got a catch, and complete at the 15-yard line as he delivered it to John Okogwale.
Boy, he was open as well. It looked like maybe a little wheel route. He was just wide open on the sideline, and Njoku did a nice job of lofting it in there for him, and first down.
First catch for Okogwale, and it's a first down at the Okogwale Corral. And there is a fake handoff, and Njoku keeps it and makes a business decision to slide down in front of the would-be tackler Jack Zhang. Jack Zhang.
Looks like this might be the last series for Njoku here.
All right, and there is a handoff to a new running back who's in the game now. It is Tigernan Horace. T. Horace is probably going to be the better thing to call him.
He has a great name for the Tigers.
And by the way, I want to say hello to Julie Johnston. I encouraged her to tune in. I want to say hi to her and our friend Lindsay. And I think I saw Mason and I saw Jacob and I might have seen Sarah. And I wonder, where's Josh and where's Craig?
And Roger says, see you tomorrow morning at church.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Bring your
Unless
notepad.
They make me go teach the kids class, which they often do. Okay, here we go. 3rd down and 5 for Travis. Njoku drops back. Here comes the rush. Look out. Threw it off his back foot. And it's incomplete, and a flag comes in late. They're going to flag Patrick Smith for interfering with Robert Sims.
Sims was open, and he did have him around the waist there to slow him down. He probably would have been able to score the touchdown on that play. Looks like it's going to be an automatic 1st down for the Tigers, as if they needed more help here.
Yes, and while they adjudicate that, let me take you back to a time. I'm going to assume that you were not at this game because I don't think... Okay, yeah, pass interference against the defense. I assume that you weren't at this game because I don't think any of your boys were at Travis yet. But there was a misty, rainy night at Mercer Stadium, and this is when Bobby Darnell had not been in charge of the Clements program for very long, and Travis was at the peak of its powers. They had a great explosive offensive team, and they beat Clements by a score of 86-20.
Boy, oh boy.
And he even talked about that in the Countdown to Kickoff show, but we had to cut off the interview because we were about to run overtime and not get it out of there before the kickoff. But that was not a good night, and there's another reason why, which I'll tell you about soon. Fake to Ratliff, actually a give to Ratliff, and he gains 1 yard over the right side, and Matt McGinnis makes another tackle for the Rangers. The reason it was terrible for me is at Mercer, I wasn't working outside that night. I was inside, and the condensation on the windows was so bad.
Yeah, I heard
a guy named Jose, who runs the place, basically, he was trying to squeegee off the windows, but as soon as he squeegeed them off, you couldn't see anything. So I see this game that's turning into an 86-20 rout, and I can't even tell who has the football.
Are you sure the score was 86?
That was the final score.
But
86.
you couldn't see that. You said
but I could see the scoreboard. I could see the scoreboard.
Enough to see the scoreboard, right?
2nd down and goal at the 5. Njoku running to the left. Will he get to the edge? He's already scored 1 touchdown that way. Same play. Works again. Touchdown from 5 yards out.
And his brother was lead blocking on that play.
And they've hit the big 4-0, which when it's your birthday and you hit the big 4-0, it's kind of depressing. But Travis has got to be feeling better about the way they're playing offense. It's almost getting back to the Parker Washington days.
Yeah, they're laying it on them tonight. And here they are for another extra point.
Sam Kinnick to snap the ball to Drew Sissom, and it is still Antonio Rubio, whose right leg has to be getting tired at this point. Good snap, as always, and a good hold, and the kick is right down the middle, as Rubio always seems to, that's where his kicks go every time, right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Okay. So it is now 41-0, 33.3 to go in the 3rd. Hey, Patrick, we got 12 more minutes.
Yes, we do.
We'll be back.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstIronAuto.com.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
Rubio, wherefore art thou, Rubio? He's about to kick off. There it goes, and he got all of that one. And it's going to be a return from the goal line. Patrick Smith, what moves he has, gets it to the 24-yard line before several red-jerseyed, angry young men push him backward.
Yeah, he fielded that ball in the end zone and came out of there as if to say, Doc, got it. I'm tired of not running this thing out of here, and I'm just going to run it. And he did, and he ended up getting the ball right where he would have gotten it if he would have just downed it right at the 25. But it's a little more fun when you can get it there with your legs.
By the way, I think it might be time to use the metaphor, the hangover here. You know, because Clements lost Micah Darnell last week.
Yep.
So they win the game, but they lose their starting quarterback, and I think they're having a hangover. It's not that Gunnar Chenier is playing badly. They just have not been able to finish off those drives.
I've been impressed with Gunnar Chenier. He looks pretty good out there.
Yeah, he's talented.
Oh, boy.
Throws it into the scrum, and they were lucky that was not an interception.
Yeah, that ball.
You know who got back there? Akinlabi.
I think if he would have played the ball instead of the man, he probably would have been in the end zone right now celebrating a pick six. He really had that one covered well, as if they knew the play that was coming.
Yeah, it's kind of been looking that way a lot. Travis's defense is playing well. 2nd down and 10, Chenier.
Oh,
he's going to go deep down the right sideline looking for Patrick Smith, a diving attempt, and he can't get there.
Little hitch
Oh,
and
just
go.
the latest, and a little, just a night of frustration. He's been gutting it out, and I think he kind of hurt his hip a little bit when he made that diving attempt.
Yeah, that he had him. It was stop and go, and Chenier did the pump fake and then got it out there just out of his reach. But like I said, Chenier looks every bit the part of a good quarterback, and I think their future looks pretty bright from the quarterback spot.
I think so too. Empty backfield for Gunnar Chenier. Drops back. He has time. He throws it deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. He laid it right into the breadbasket of his intended receiver, and
he's down there contemplating.
It's Avery.
Yeah,
Avery Clark.
He went to his knee a little bit and had a little talking to himself. Should have had that one. Should have had that one. How did I not have that one?
But it was a perfectly thrown ball by Chenier. Would have been a first down near midfield. It's going to be a quick kick. Chenier gets it in the air. It's a tail dragger of a punt. I stole that from Keith Jackson.
It did roll a little bit there at the end.
Yeah,
the legendary Keith Jackson. That's the end of the third quarter, Roger.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Let's take a break. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes. Travis having his way with Clements, 41-0.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Okay, we took a little bit longer break than we had anticipated because one of the officials was injured. And if that's the umpire, I believe his name is Mr. Jacobs. I can't remember his first name.
He's walking off, too. He's being helped by, I think, one of the Travis personnel there. He's walking toward the locker room. I don't know what it was. He was on a knee at midfield for a couple of minutes. And he's not, he's moving rather gingerly, but walking off on his own at least.
By the way, Patrick, do you know the name of the athletic trainer at Travis? Because if you don't, that's a blessing. That means your son, Sam, has been able to avoid injury.
Good point. I know you've mentioned it before.
You got Jay Jones, who I believe is walking with the official to the locker room, and also Megan Shank. So thank you, Jay Jones and Megan Shank.
New quarterback in here, Roger.
A lot of work for a trainer. Okay, there is the give. There goes the Tiger Man. That's number 24, Horace. And the quarterback is Drew Sissom, the junior, who's a son of the head coach. And I think he's going to get the keys to the offense next year.
Yeah, he looks to be the heir apparent. And what was that, a gain of 2? I'm sure they're going to take their time now. No hurry at all. I was just kind of ironically looking across the field with the score 41-0 Tigers. I see one sign.
I noticed the one that you're about to describe.
I will tell you after this play here.
Sissom hands it off. There goes Horace, following his blockers.
Oh, boy.
Bouncing off of would-be tacklers across the 50.
Look at him
What an
go.
effort.
Wow.
All the way to the 42. That's a huge gain.
That's a classic rumbling, stumbling, bumbling down the sideline.
He was a rolling ball of butcher knives, and he carried the ball for a 16-yard gain.
So ironically, the only sign on the Clements sideline, or in the bleacher area, the only sign they have is it says "score" with a exclamation mark, and unfortunately, they haven't been able to follow that sign tonight.
And there have been years before the Darnell era where they would really have a hard time scoring. They would suffer multiple shutouts. So this would be the first one that they have had this year.
Yeah,
first time that they have not scored if they don't get on the board.
Go again, Roger.
There goes Horace again.
Wow.
Hard over the left side.
He's motivated.
And he's got one of his teammates accidentally kind of fell on top of him, and he's wearing number 12, so he's mystery man.
We don't have a 12. Well, we do have a 12.
We do?
Brent Johnson.
Sure enough, we do. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at an old roster. That's what I'm looking at. I'm done with this roster.
And he's so frustrated, he finagling with those wires again. We're going to have to get some of those, the sound effects that beep out what we say.
Yes, well, I've never said anything beepable.
No, I'm just kidding.
that I know of. There goes Horace again.
Wow.
And he breaks through, and he's across the 25 to the 24.
He's showing something.
He almost broke it all the way.
You can't bring him down on that first hit. He's able to spin out of it that time, and he is a load to try to bring down.
Michael Kazimervis made the tackle to prevent a Horace touchdown, and Horace has been practicing hard, and he wants to get some points on the board.
He would love to taste the end zone. And the way this is looking, they're just going to keep feeding him. And
not literally taste the end zone?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Rubber pellets don't
No,
taste
they
all
don't,
that great.
They do not taste very good.
But they are less filling.
Tastes great.
There goes Horace. Look out. And he runs over a safety who has the courage to get in his way.
That time though, he had a huge hole, and I'm sure that safety, did you get the number on that, Roger?
I'm looking at him, and it's just, he can't read that number. It's so light blue.
Yeah, you had mentioned earlier that it is, as the game went on, it got more and more difficult to see the numbers for Clements, as their numbers are lightly printed on their uniforms. They could use a little stronger border around those numbers. But anyway, the runner came through, and the safety could not have liked what he saw coming at him. High knees.
Sissom picks up his left foot and drops it, hands it off to Horace again. Stretch play to the right. McGinnis hits him, hangs on for dear life, and after gaining 8 yards on the previous play, I think he's got 2 more. It's real close to what he needs for a first down.
Well, Travis is doing exactly what they need to do. Ball on the ground. I think Horace has gotten every carry here in this particular series. And of course, Clemens, they're just doing whatever they can to get stops here and get the ball back at least one more time as the clock winds close to the 7-minute mark.
You know what they really need?
What's that?
For a fumble to squirt out into a little bit of open space where Patrick Smith could scoop it up and run toward the south end zone.
Scoop and score?
Yeah, I think he could outrun
probably
everybody out there for Travis.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and there's a snap pass. Sissom, he has to chase it all the way back to the 37, and it is loose. It won't be a scoop and score, but it will be Clements football.
Couple guys are wrestling over here. We got.
Oh, yeah, we do have a wrestling match, but we do have a Salazar recovery.
Yeah.
And the officials get between the Clements wrestling team and the Travis wrestling team.
Well, and I think there was a player or two that was trying to do the right thing, too, to get these guys separated well beyond the play. It was, 30 yards away. They were wrestling down there, and as Roger said, the ball was recovered at the 41-yard line. So it wasn't the scoop and score, but it was a fumble recovery.
It was a bug on the rug, and they Clements squashed the bug, and now they have it.
Unfortunately for the Tigers, that snap got away from Sissom. It was a little high, and Rangers do get the ball back.
Gunnar Chenier going to throw 9 innings, evidently, and he's going to throw deep, looking on the post, looking for Smith, and it's picked. Well, oh, my goodness.
It's almost impossible.
It is Dominic Njoku, who's been he's been the shutdown corner.
Yeah, he's been all over the field.
Clements has been so determined to go to their best athlete, Patrick Smith, that they keep throwing it that way. And, Dominic has been dominating.
He has. Is that his second interception? Yeah, he had that diving interception back in the first.
Yes, he did.
First half.
Good recall. I was blanking on it.
I was pretty sure he had one earlier, so he's got 2 tonight. I don't know how many he's got during the season, but he's got multiple interceptions this season. And they're going to get Horace going again.
Horace.
Look at him go.
That's they looked like they were going to have him for a loss of a couple of yards, but he kept going. He's a Horace of a different color. And he can he can turn a disastrous play into at least something positive.
That was only a 1-yard gain, but it was very eventful, and he showed some pretty good strength just to get that yard.
By the way, one time Howard Cosell said he was describing something Walter Payton did, and he said, it is not often you would have a 2-yard loss described as brilliant, but that was a brilliant run by Walter Payton.
I feel like I probably was watching that game. That reminds me of a quarterback that used to make big plays that looked like they were going to be disasters. I'll tell you in a moment.
Out of the pistol, Sissom fakes a handoff,
Oh, yeah.
throws into the flat to Sam Kinnick, and there goes Sam across the 35 to the 37, where only Ferris Rafai could bring him down. They used Sam Kinnick. If that name sounds familiar, there's a good reason.
Yeah,
he's Patrick's boy, and he was playing tight end a little bit last week, right?
Yeah, he plays a little tight end, a little H-back, and that time they had a fake going to the right, and when you had Horace running so well, the fake really worked, and then Sissom came back to the right, and Samuel was open in the left flat.
And he is you and Maureen's firstborn, right?
He is the third.
The third.
He's the I
should have known better.
Number 3.
Give to Horace. Over the right side, get back to the line of scrimmage, that's it.
I tell you, they were all over him on that one. I think they brought 8 guys in there to make sure he didn't get any yards. He lost a yard there.
I should not be ignorant of your number of children and birth order and all that stuff. I'm embarrassed about that.
Well, you shouldn't be.
But I will brush up on it, and I will be not asked. I won't sound so clueless the next time.
It's not like we have had those conversations.
But I've been to your house.
Yeah, that's true. But
I've met your sons.
Have you met the oldest?
I don't think that I have.
He hasn't been around when you were there. 2nd and 11, Roger. Clock underneath the 4.5-minute mark.
Yeah, maybe we won't get higher than 41-0, as if we need to. Draw play to Horace. Trying the right side, breaking tackles.
I don't know how he came out of that pile. But they marked him down earlier, so his knee must have come down. He got a 1-yard gain.
Maybe you can help me remember a certain somebody said something in network sports coverage once.
Yeah.
And they actually meant it as something critical. But when you think about it, it's a really dumb thing to say if you want to criticize someone. It's who was the first person who said, Chris Carter, the only thing he ever does is catch touchdowns. and I don't know who said that.
Yeah, and that was true too.
That became kind of his label, and it was expressed for a good thing.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to imagine that. He's going to pass again.
System play action pass to Sam Kinnick across the 40, and again it's like a replay. Ferris Rafai runs him down from behind, bulldogs him like a young steer at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Yeah, that play worked again, except it didn't yield the first down this time.
4th and 1.
Yard short.
By the way, Sam's main function for this team is the deep snapper. He is invaluable. And so since they're ahead 41-0, he's going to go ahead and come on as the deep snapper, and Rubio is in punt formation. Play clock is at 17, and the clock is going to tick down under 2.5 minutes. And there's my friend Jose. Jose, the guy who squeegeed off the windows at Mercer Stadium the night that Travis beat Clements 86-20.
I wonder if he remembers that night.
I'm sure he does. Oh, wow, what a punt by Rubio. It lands at the 10 and bounces sideways, and he's going to get cheated out of a couple of yards because it kind of rolled the wrong way.
That was picture
But my
perfect.
goodness. That was, let's see, let me calculate this here.
Yeah.
40 plus 5 is 45, but then you subtract 2. What's the order of operations?
43,
43-yard punt. But, I mean, that was 45 yards on the fly.
Yeah, well, it was
on the fly.
And it was a high kick. It was not just your line drive type kick. It was high in the air, spiraling.
Yes, it even spiraled.
And it came back, instead of rolling into the end zone, it had that little backspin on it. What you always, what do you say? On that golf shot, you always say that.
The square groove lob wedge.
The wedge, yeah. So, well, Rangers one more chance here.
One more chance with 2:11 to go, but they're going to run the football. It'll be Kasuma, or maybe it's J.R. Morellis. I can't really tell.
It's hard to
but
know,
he's surrounded. It looks almost like we're watching Australian rules football.
I
at this
just
moment.
hope that all these guys will just take it easy here, and there's no personal foul type penalties, and frustrations happen at the end of the games. I'm sure Clemens is very frustrated. They did not expect. I expected a pretty strong effort from them tonight, but they were starting their backup quarterback, who does not really play like a backup. I thought he had a really good game.
That was a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7. Chenier runs to the near sideline, and a pass a little bit high, and Marcus Darnell is belted as the ball gets there, and nice sportsmanship by the Tigers' number 42, Temi Osinaiki.
Here's the guy who made the hit there.
Yeah, Aaron Mendiola, who's just been acting, playing, and this is a compliment, like he's been in a bad mood all night. I mean, he's just been knocking people down.
That's about the third or fourth time that the pass looked like it was going to be completed, and one of the Travis defenders, shall I say, laid the wood to the to the receiver.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 7. Man in motion across the backfield. Chenier drops back, sets up the screen. Kasuma gets to the 20, far sideline, cutting back to the middle inside the numbers, or outside the numbers, I should say, across the 30 to the 34. And have we avoided any post-play penalty flags?
It looked like there was a little activity going on down there, but that play was set up excellent. They looked to the right, and then he came back with the screen pass, 3 blockers out front, and it was an easy first down. I think it took him about 5, 6, 7 yards to find somebody to block.
We're under a minute to go and still 67 yards away from the end zone. I don't think Clements is going to call timeouts, but they will try to get the ball down the field. Chenier claps his hands together, looks to the near sideline, got Mongonia, got a catch, got it at the 40, and it's a pickup of 7, but he's belted and knocked down before he gets out of bounds. And it was Anthony Oliver, no relation to the outstanding athlete Cameron Oliver, who we miss a lot.
I believe he's playing at UNLV this year.
UNLV, he can run for the Rebels in
I think he's
basketball and baseball. I'm sorry, basketball and football if he wants.
I think he's a starter too, is from what I've heard and saw. So
they call him Camo. 2nd down and 2, low snap. Chenier hands it off. And that's going to be a first down, but not much more than that. And that will be the end of the game. They're not going to stop the clock to move the chains. Why bother? And Saturday night has been all right for not fighting, but a beatdown, basically, as these Travis Tigers starting to look more like the team that we have come to know during the era of Coach Cunningham and now Coach Sissom. And they get the win 41-0. Clements, don't hang your heads. You know you're better than this. It was just an off night, kind of like the Astros played today. Our final score, 41-0. The first time that the Rangers have been shut out this year. But Travis is going to be fine. And by the way, I see maybe a few little derisive waves from Travis players.
Yeah, I don't know if that was...
it looks like they were saying, go to the locker room, go to the locker room.
It didn't look that hot there, but it could have been something that we don't know about. I don't know.
It's kind of tough, for Clements, because what can you say when you were dominated like this?
Yeah. And I noticed that I'm not sure what the determination is, but I've seen teams go to the midfield stripe and shake hands traditionally. And then we've seen this where they just wave at each other. I'm not sure what determines that.
I don't know either because I've seen one team will start walking along the 50 expecting to shake hands, and another team will stop at the hash marks, and you'll see coaches directing traffic.
Yeah, and then other times you just see them shake hands normally, and tonight it's not a normal handshake, and oh well.
All right, Patrick, well, a quick program note to everyone. You like Tuesday night volleyball? Well, you should. If you don't like it, you haven't tried it. That's all I can say. And we're going to have Fulshear taking on Lamar Consolidated Tuesday night. And then on Thursday, a huge game in Class 5A Division I as the Hightower Hurricanes will go to Katy Pato. We will go on the road to Rhodes Stadium in Katy and bring that one to you. Then we'll have another game Friday night. And frankly, I can't even remember which teams it is.
Well, Roger, you'll have that scheduled together, I'm sure, pretty quick.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's already made. I just haven't memorized it. And so, in addition to that, we will have a doubleheader next Saturday. So we are your broadcast home for Fort Bend County High School sports, working ourselves literally to the point of exhaustion so that you can enjoy 3 or 4 football games and at least 1 volleyball match per week.
Well, Roger, we're getting to that end of the season type time. Playoffs are looming, and these games get bigger and bigger as we move along, so it's exciting for both of us.
Yes,
when we
it
get
is.
to see these games.
All right, playoffs are not that far away. This is week 8. Yeah, it's week 8. We got 3 more weeks of regular season football and then playoffs, and we are very intrigued by the possibilities, especially those that involve Ridgepoint, Hightower, and the Marshall Buffs. For Patrick Kinnick, for everybody on the Vype team, thank you so much for listening. Again, our final score was 41-0 Travis over Clements. This is VypeFortBend.com. Goodbye from Hall Stadium, and we will talk to you on Tuesday for Tuesday Night Volleyball.